Hey guys, forgot to plug in my microphone. How are you doing today? Alright, I'm just gonna share this stream to some places. Tell them I'm live. Give me a sec.
People always ask us what advertising is. It's a business.
Okay, that is a good question, but let's see. Here. This. We are live. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Gonna see here. Just gonna adjust this a little bit. Make sure I can see your comments. Here we go. Okay, so a lot of comments here. Ooh, let's see. So this is the first time I do a Q&A. So maybe if I do this in the future, I'll learn something from doing this and like maybe think of a structure of it, because I don't really have a structure or anything here. So what I was thinking is, well, you can ask me questions and I'll answer them as I see them in the comments here. And you could ask me something about, you know, music, about like something in Cubase maybe, because that's usually what I do on live streams, how to do something if you want to. So I have a Cubase prepared if someone wants to ask me about Magical 8-bit plug or something in music theory or something like how I do music, something you want to know. But you can also ask me just normal questions about me, who I am, and that kind of stuff. So let's see if we have some questions here. Is there going to be a YouTube video with just a compilation of the questions from the stream? We'll see. I don't know how this stream will turn out, so maybe it will be... Maybe I will make a highlight video. Not sure. First question. How is your day? That's a very good question. It's pretty good. Ooh, that's a thing. Someone here said, hey, congrats for 2K. If you haven't done a comment on either Twitter or my YouTube, one of my YouTube videos, then if you do write something like congrats on 2K, then I will use it in a video I'm making now. I'm doing a video celebrating I got 2,000 subscribers. and I want to use your comments in this video. I thought that would be a cool thing to do. So maybe I can pull them from here. I'm not sure. Yeah, they will show up later. So maybe I can go through these comments and take them from here too. Okay. So now I see some interesting questions. So I'll take them one at a time. So Senor Yannick asks, do you have taken commissions from video game companies? If not, do you ever want to compose for an outside game? That is, I haven't done it for some company yet. Every now and then I go to these pixel. There is an event in Tokyo called Pixel Art Park, and it's chiptune artists and pixel art artists and different retro game related creators that gather and show off their stuff. And there sometimes there was actually someone from Nintendo that talked to me and gave me like his card, but and said they might be interested in like using my music in some game or something, but they never contacted me. It would be cool though, to do that, and it's something I've thought about many times. I want to make music for a game. That is that would be really cool. If some of you guys are game developers, even if it's indie game, if it's the right kind of game, I might be interested in making music for it in the future. It is something that would be cool. All right, let's go on to the next question. How's the Amy song coming along? The Amy song is going good. I'll be working on it this week. So this whole next week I'm off, so I'll be working a lot on the Amy song. It's not finished yet, but Geo did some artwork for it. I can't show it to you guys yet, but it's pretty cool, and it's gonna be nice. So we haven't decided yet because it's not finished, but if I finish the song this week, then maybe I can start planning the release of it. Not maybe, well, the earliest would be sometime this month, but it will probably be early next month, something like that. So that would be cool. Yeah, this song is a lot of fun. It's turning out pretty great. So if you haven't checked out my Amy streams yet, then I'm making a song about Amy, character from Gwen Saga, just using voice samples from the animation, and sort of making it melodic and doing some beats to it and stuff. So it's a pretty cool song. What's your opinion on Terraria? I never know how to pronounce this in English. Terraria. I guess that's how you say it. Terraria. I love Terraria. It's such a good game. Such a fun game. You can play it. I was playing it by myself a lot. And it's a fun, chill game. You can listen to like podcasts while playing it. Or the music is also great. So I enjoyed that game a lot. It's one of those games you can just chill and you can build buildings and enjoy that, or you can go on adventure stuff. And it's a fun game to play with someone else too. So that is a great game. I'm actually playing it now, just to relax, after work or something. One of my favorite games like this last 2 years or so. I just started playing it last year, I think. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So Crystal123 UT Gaming asks, do you have a pet? No, I don't. But what I do have is cat allergy. Yes, I'm allergic to cats. That's not the same as having a pet. No. It actually doesn't help very much. But I do like pets. And I mean, if I lived in a place where I could have a dog and I would be devoted to, taking care of a dog, that would be fun. But I don't know if I would actually do that. That's the problem. I should get a pet that is easier to take care of, probably. Like a turtle or fish or something. But yeah. If I had a pet, I would want it to be I just went to my friend's place yesterday and they had 2 dogs. They're very cute. So dogs are nice. I like cats too, but it's just I'm allergic. So, but it's weird. Like I'm allergic to some cats, and other cats it doesn't affect me, and I don't know what that is. In Japan, like all the cats I meet, I get reactions, but in Sweden, where I'm from, I didn't used to get reactions to cats, so not sure what's going on there. Mr. Needlemouse asks, are they adding you into Smash Bros? Yes, they're currently working on adding Robotprins into Smash Bros. They thought, even though I don't have a game with Nintendo yet, they want to work me into the Smash Bros. Series. I can shoot the love beam with, I just do this. And then I shoot a love beam. I think it's probably the most powerful move in the game. Yeah. And I have the big Buster Sword. So yeah, looking forward to that. Robotprins in Smash Bros. All right, I have a question. How did you meet BN Motive? Good question. How did I meet him? How did we meet? I don't remember. Yeah. He's great though. He has done some artwork for me. But I think like we both like chiptune. Like I love YMCK. That's probably my favorite chiptune band or artist. And he also likes them. So maybe somehow. But I think it was him just contacting me. Like he was listening to my music and he contacted me. Chara! Oh, yes. By the way, big shout out to Chara for doing the thumbnail for this stream. Man, he just did a real quick and real nice thumbnail for me. It looks a lot like Geo because it's based on the character that Geo made for me. But it looks awesome. Very talented. Give a hands up for Chara. Very nice. So, question. When did you start doing music? How and why? So Chara is asking me this. All right. So I started making music when I was 12. It's interesting. Before that, I didn't realize that I had talent for music, really. And now that I think back on it, I was always musically talented. Or like I could hear things that people didn't. For example, when I was 6 years old, I was playing Mega Man and I memorized all the melodies. And some of my friends, they used to ask me, hey, sing Iceman or something, and then I just remembered it. I was good at memorizing melodies, but maybe other people didn't necessarily remember how they went, but then when they hear it, they know it. But I was just good at memorizing And like in school, we did some choir thing, and I remember the teacher said like, "Follow Philip." Philip is my real name. And it's like I was in the front or something. But I didn't think that like I was good at music or anything, or I wasn't like. But then when I was 12, a friend of mine started teaching me guitar, and my older brother was also playing the guitar. So then I started getting into it a lot. And it started with just learning like Beatles songs, and then I learned some Oasis songs. And then I got this album from my older brother's girlfriend at the time, which was Metallica Black album. Is it called that? I think it is. Yeah. So I listened to that, and that's the first time I thought like metal was cool or hard rock was cool. And because I was playing guitar and I heard how like cool the guitar solos were, I was like, shit, I love this. I want to know how to play these kind of guitar stuff. So then I asked my parents to give me an electric guitar for birthday, and from that point on, I was just into music, and I was practicing music all the time. And then I just got so hungry for learning more about music, different genres of music, different like music theory, and just how music works in general. And that has never really stopped. As far as making music, I thought like in the beginning it was more like learning guitar, how to play the guitar, and you know, scales and music theory and that kind of stuff. But then at one point I realized I enjoy coming up with melodies and making songs, and maybe I am good at that. So probably when I was like 18 or 19, I started to like make short songs in I was using GarageBand first. So I was just making short songs, but I was not very good. For a long time, for like maybe 3-4 years, I was just doing like 30-second songs or like 1 minute, and I didn't know how to make a whole song. It took me a long time to figure out because I felt like at the time there was some things stopping me, like, oh, it shouldn't be too shouldn't sound too obvious, or it shouldn't sound like cliche, and so I wouldn't just go about how you make a normal pop song. But these days I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do a pop song structure of a song, and it's not, that structure is fine. What you do within the song is what matters in the end. So once I let myself be okay with doing like these kind of structures that I despised at a point, it just making songs became a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable, I think. Transitions was always a difficult thing for me. I could come up with one part and another part, but I didn't know how to connect them. And then I learned some techniques for that. And I studied also 2 years at a music college, composing. And I have been working not with game music, but I was making music for pachinko for 6 years here in Japan. So that was a great experience, because people ask you to make stuff that you don't maybe know how to make, and you don't maybe want to make, but then you have to do it, and you have to figure a lot of stuff out. So that way I learned how to work more quickly and how to use instruments that I normally wouldn't use. So became a lot more versatile through doing that. But like these days, I don't work with music except for Robotprins songs, the songs that I make. And it's always I want to make music that that are like genuine, some genuine idea that I, because it happens in my head, like ideas come up all the time, and it is exciting trying to figure them out, and it's fun to see the end result too. So yeah, it's the exploration, I guess, is why I make music. It's a fun thing to explore what some idea in your mind can become if you spend some time on it. I'm hoping that I can start to earn some more money on my music, so I can focus more on that rather than doing another job. The way it is now is also completely okay, but I'm hoping in the future that I can well, I have a lot more plays on like Spotify and YouTube and these streaming services these days, so it's actually starting to get to a point where it's doing something. I'm getting some revenue from it, and it's pretty cool, because that has never been the case for me. But it's still far away from, like, I could never do this full time, unfortunately. Maybe one day I can do this like half time. That's what I'm hoping, and that's why I'm trying to make more YouTube videos, and you know, that's also one of the reasons why I collaborate with Gwen Saga. It's I get to make my music, and you guys watch Gwen Saga, so it's a win-win for both me and Geo. And it's really cool to make something for, you know, for an animation that he spends so much time and effort into making it. And he's so talented, so it's so much better to work this way with someone who likes my music, and he is so into the things that he's doing. So it's a very, it's not like a job. It's more just like a fun creative process. I like that a lot. All right, so that was a long answer for one question. Let's see here. See. Okay. So I know I answered one Chara question before, but this one, I'll answer this one. Robotprins, does Undertale Genocide wrote when? Don't think I'm gonna do it, but I just finished Undertale on Wednesday. It was a great game, man. That is such a fun game. It was really cool. Oh. So a lot of people, yeah, they were asking me, so how did you get into music? What inspired you to create your music? What is my inspiration? I mean, I think any artist you listen to where you feel something, you get inspired. So, and there are so many artists that I've listened to from so many genres that make me feel like excited or in chiptune. But yeah, game music is, of course, like when I was a kid, my favorite game was Mega Man. So Mega Man music. I was always into this video game, Japanese video game music when I was a kid, but I didn't really understand that it was like Japanese, or that why. I just knew it was so different from the music that you hear on the radio in Sweden. So where are you from? I'm from Sweden, but I live in Japan right now. I've been living in Japan for 16 years. It's pretty crazy. So favorite music. What is my favorite music? Hmm. It changes from time to time. But I love progressive music, progressive metal. I've been listening a lot to. When I was younger, I listened a lot to Dream Theater. That's why. That's one of the reasons why I have this guitar. So you can see. This guitar is a John Petrucci model, and John Petrucci is the guitarist of Dream Theater. But I mean, this guitar, I bought it partly because I love Dream Theater and John Petrucci, but also it looks great and it works great with my jacket. Like it's just a nice look, and then of course it's a great guitar. My favorite game soundtracks is Final Fantasy VII, Shining Force 2, which I have streamed also. I played through Shining Force 2. Shining Force 2 is probably my favorite game of all time, I would say. Yeah, I love that game. Everything about it is just magical. The music is especially great. Let's see, and then I love Mega Man, of course. One band that I listened to a lot the last few years is The Contortionists, which is an American progressive metal band. They are really cool. I like a fusion progressive band called Pocket Galaxy. No, that's Planet X. Planet X. Pocket Galaxy is one of my other side projects. We sound a lot like Planet X, or some of our songs sound a lot like Planet X. That's what I almost said, my own band. But if you haven't listened to Pocket Galaxy, you should check it out. It's pretty cool. It's me and a Japanese guitarist who make some songs together. These days, I've started listening to two American guitarists, and their band name is Chon. Actually, it's not just two guitarists; it's a drummer and a bass too. But the guitarist is the main appeal, I think. So CHON, Chon. They're really cool. They make very like melodic, technical guitar stuff. They have some cool songs, and also they mix it with like more modern music, like hip hop beats or lo-fi vibes. So it's pretty nice. So maybe you didn't ask me this, but I started out playing the guitar, but when I started learning music theory in high school, we learned it on the piano, and that was the first time things started to click for me. So if you're a musician and you don't understand music that well or music theory that well, then I would advise you to learn music theory with a piano, because it just clears everything. It makes everything a lot easier to understand. The piano is great. Piano is such a great instrument because you can just see stuff. You can see the patterns and you can see it clearly. The guitar is confusing. But the guitar has its advantages. Like if you learn a scale in one key, you just need to move it half a step and then it's the same. What do you say? It's the same structure with the fingers. So, whereas the piano, the structure will change when you change the key. Anyway, no one asked me this, but get a pet rock. Okay. I bet I've missed a lot of comments. Sorry. Wait, Geo made you a character? Yes. Well, I mean, he did a like a. Ooh, are you jumping out here? Hey, get back in there. He just made a picture of me basically, and send it to me. It's like a. He also made a small animation of Robotprins, but it's yeah, you can see it on. I think I put it up on Discord. I'm not sure. Well, I'll check later. But yes, Geo has done for the next for the Amy release. He's like drawn me as in the Gwaine Saga way. So I look like a Gwaine Saga character basically, or I look like a Geo character, I guess you could say. Mom, I'm on TV. Okay, Chara is saying that. Yes, you're on TV. What if you were the main character for Gwaine Saga? Yes, we should replace Geo with me in all the episodes. I mean, that would work, I think. I don't normally talk that much, so I mean, it people wouldn't even notice. You know, just put a red jacket on him. What are your thoughts on the Nintendo DS? Huh. Well, I used to have a DS. I still have the old Nintendo DS. The old Nintendo DS was really good. I used to play Super Mario Kart with some friends. And that was great. It was just easy to connect and play with friends if you were in the same room. But yeah, what other games did I play on the DS? I don't remember. Probably played, I played some Pokemon games. Now I have a PS Vita, but I haven't been playing PS Vita that much these days. So those are the two portable consoles I own. I also have a PS4, and I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have any other consoles. I mostly play games on Steam these days. It's just easier. Let's see. How was the Square Sounds 2018? You look like you had a lot of fun. That was probably my best performance so far in my life. So every year in Tokyo, there is an event called 2008 Square Sounds. And I performed 2018 for the first time on the main stage. They have two different stages. Like one is like the main stage, and then they have a different stage the day before the main stage, and also the day after the main stage. So I was always doing either before or after, and then in 2018 I finally got to be on the main stage. And I've been seeing all these artists perform on the big stage before, so I was like I had a lot of ideas about what I wanted to do, one of which is, for one song, I'm gonna just make everyone jump. That was what I made. So how I started that song was, it's Downside Up, and I just started talking. I was playing guitar the song before, and then I just left the guitar on the stand, and then I said, "Hey guys, do you like to jump? It's the favorite thing to do for me. Let's jump together." And then I just started jumping, and everyone was jumping with me. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was and the most fun thing about Square Sounds 2018 was me and my friend Kyle. We shot a video that we played before I got on stage. And you can actually check this out on my YouTube channel. So it's a video like me before getting on stage. I am at a park, and then I am running, and then I run through different parts of Tokyo, and he shot me running in Tokyo in different places. And then I do different stuff at different places, and then eventually I get to the venue, and I run into the venue, and then when the video ends, I run in on stage and I start my show. That was a lot of fun, and it was, people were not expecting that kind of an entrance, so I surprised people, and I'm so happy we did that. It just, people enjoyed it a lot. Those kind of ideas, it's great when it works. Sometimes those kind of ideas just completely fail, and that's that has happened too for me on stage. But you know, you got to give it a try. What is your favorite Mega Man? Let's see. Now it disappeared. What is your favorite? What is your favorite Mega Man franchise? Oh yeah, that's what he said. Classic, X, Zero, Z, X, etc. Classic. Just classic. I haven't been playing X or Zero. I mean, X looks cool, but for me personally, I don't like MIDI guitars that much. So those kind of guitars is not for me. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Final Fantasy VI music that much. It's weird because I like Final Fantasy VII, which is also, it has these kind of MIDI guitars, but I don't know, for some reason I didn't think Mega Man X music was that melodic, and it was more like metal or something, whereas in the classic ones it was all about melodies and like chords, and it being like this kind of Japanese fusion vibe to it, which I love, especially like Mega Man 5. Mega Man 5 probably has the best fusion vibe to it, and I love that kind of sound. But yeah, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 5, those are my favorite ones from NES. Question, did you ever Pokemon? I wonder if this question means if I ever poked a man, or but what I think this question is if I ever played Pokemon. I have done both. I both played Pokemon and I have poked a man. Yeah, I mean, I played Pokemon like the first Game Boy ones when I was a kid, and then I played like, what was it, Pokemon Black? I got it as a birthday present, and I was playing that for a while. But I haven't finished either of them. And then after a while, I got, I guess I got bored of it, because I don't know, the fighting system, you can get bored of it after a while. But of course, it's a cool game. Can you speak any languages other than Swedish and English? Yes, I can speak Japanese. Kyle, will weekly guitars return? Probably not, because I was feeling it, the editing of it, and also my guitar has been in bad shape recently. I'm gonna go to the guitar shop tomorrow and see if what they can do about it. But I have so many other things that I'd rather work on than doing the weekly guitar. The weekly guitar is a good thing, but it's like priorities. Do I want to work on weekly guitar, or do I want to make an Amy song, or do I want to do another video or something? So yeah, I stopped doing weekly guitar just because it became too time consuming. If I yeah, it's hard to find a smart way to do that kind of thing. But yeah. Once something like that starts to feel like work, and it stops you from doing creative things that you would rather want to do, then I should just stop doing it, because then I should focus on the things I want to do instead of doing something just because I said I'm gonna do this. Usually the thing that inspires me to create new music is I listen to something that I think is cool, and then that inspires me. Yeah. That's usually how it starts. A lot of my songs is a continuation of a song I've been listening to. Like I start jamming on a song, and then if I use this vibe and it continued, it would go something like this. So like all my music is just inspired by something I've listened to. Do you consider a hot dog a sandwich? That is a very deep question. No. Do you consider a hot dog a sandwich? Favorite Gwen Saga character? That would be Amy. Yeah. But to be honest, I don't remember all the names of all the characters. But yeah, Amy, she's cute. Oh. Let's see. Do you speak in other languages? Yes, Japanese, Swedish, and English. Those are the 3 languages I can do. Question: do you have a favorite food? There is something in Japan called yakitori, and it's like Japanese chicken barbecue on sticks. Sticks, not on sticks. What do you call it? Well, it's a chicken barbecue, and it's really good. That's probably my favorite food these days. I have it like once a week. Do you like Mario 3? Yes, I do. I made a song that is very much inspired by Super Mario 3. It's called Fika Time. Fika Time. And it sounds a lot like the Super Mario 3 world theme. I made it like that intentionally. What is the oldest game that you have played? What is the oldest game I have played? Let's see, like Pac-Man, maybe? I guess. Pac-Man is a pretty old game. How fun is making your music? Very fun. A lot of fun. But sometimes you get stuck, and that is not fun. But then you get through it, and then it is fun. So, yep. Prince, what do you plan to do now? Playing with subs or start another album of chiptune? So, moving forward, what I'm thinking of doing is I'll do some songs for Gwen Saga. So I'm doing the Amy song now, but I'm also gonna make some songs for, I think, episode 9. I don't know how many or exactly what it's gonna be, but I'll be working on some things moving forward for that. And then I have my own album, chiptune album, that I'm also working on, but I've just put it on hold for now because the Gwen Saga stuff is more urgent. So I'm doing that. I'm making a song called Chimi Chimi with a Korean friend of mine. And other than that, yeah, so I'm making these, 2,000 sub song, and if I reach 3,000 subs quickly, then I would make a 3,000 sub song. But those are not that serious. Those are just quick songs. How can you speak Spanish? No. I should learn eventually. How old is Gio and Amy? Good question. I have no idea. They're like 14, 13, maybe. Do you have any tips on finding the motivation to make or work on music? Right. You want to make music, but you don't feel motivated. How do you get in a state where you're motivated? Well, maybe it can be different for each person. Maybe sometimes the issue is just you don't get started at all. You think you should do it, but then you don't do it. But once you get started, you can get going. One thing I like to do, because it's very easy to come up with an idea and it becomes very big in your head. It's this big long thing, and it should also be amazing. So you make this big image of it in your head, but then it becomes too big, so you can't handle it. It's too much. So that's not good. So what I like to do is, I can't do the whole thing in one day or in one session. But for me, what works is I do one small thing at a time. So I just know, okay, let's work on this for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes, and I'll do whatever I can do in 30 minutes. And then I'm not going to work more on it than that. Just spend 30 minutes on it now, and then after that I'll stop thinking about it. And then I do the same thing the next day. So yeah, so instead of it becoming too big, just focus on it for a short time and do whatever you can do in that time. Other times I can be like, oh, I'm so inspired, I just want to make the whole thing now before I forget it. But for me, what tends to work is to divide it, especially if I know what I need to do and I just don't feel like doing it. Maybe I'll just focus on the drums now for 30 minutes or something, and then I'll do drums, and then I don't do more. But then when you get started with the drums, maybe you get ideas about the bass or something. It's like, okay, let's just make a little bit of bass, and then, oh yeah, let's just make this melody idea too, and then all of a sudden you have made a lot more than you thought that you would be. Another thing that can motivate you is just listen to some music that you like and remember what motivates you in the first place. Like this feeling, it's the feeling that you get when you listen to that music. That's like the emotion you want to put into your song. And you can forget about it at times, but then listening to something you enjoy, you can remember that feeling, and that feeling will inspire you. There is a drawing of Robotprins in end credits. Yes! Geo made end credit drawing of me in episode 8. Not in 7, I don't think. Yeah, just in 8. Yep. Question 4. Are you hydrated? So I have some water here. So check out this glass. It's pretty cool, right? It has this black thing in the middle. And the shape is also a bit interesting. I think it's a cool looking glass. What is your favorite sandwich? My favorite sandwich, I don't eat sandwiches that often, but sometimes I go to Subway and I get like chicken with like lettuce, chicken, tomatoes, some other veggies, and then some kind of cream cheese, I guess. That's pretty good, especially if it's grilled chicken. I got a question. When the Gwain Saga 009 is finished, Geoexe is not going to make more episodes. Or they're going to make Gwain Saga Season 2 or not. I don't know. I have no idea. What is your real name? My real name is Philip. Philip. So if you look at my SoundCloud page, it doesn't say Robotprins. It says my real name, Philip Linden. And that's because when I made my SoundCloud account, I did it through Facebook. So then it was just my real name, Philip Linden, from Sweden. Have you ever gone fishing? And if you have, how was it? I haven't gone. Well, when I was a kid, I went fishing one time, I think, but I didn't fish myself. Someone else fished and I was just watching. I've done a fishing thing in a Japanese store in the city, but it's not real fishing. Basically what you do is they have some fish there that you fish yourself, and then after you fish it, they cook it for you. So that's kind of interesting. Will you join a band in the future? I'm not sure. I have done a lot of bands in the past, and there's, of course, fun things with being in a band, especially just it's fun if you're doing a show and you think of ways of transitioning between songs and stuff to talk about on stage and that kind of thing, and also just being with people in a room and enjoying the company. Also musically it's fun, but it tends to be time consuming, so I am cautious of joining a band for that reason, because then I would not be able to work on my own music that much. But yeah, I know it's cool to be in a band too, but I'm not thinking about it right now. What gave you the idea of making the Amy song? Well, I started making a song with my Korean friend where the basic idea is we are just going to record a conversation, and whatever happened in this conversation, I can use it in a song. So instead of thinking of a melody to sing or something like that, I just use stuff that happens in conversation and try to make them fit into a song. So that's something that was interesting to me. And then after experimenting a little bit with this, I got the idea, well, I could actually do this for a Gwain Saga character. I'm not sure exactly how I got to Amy. Oh, well, yeah, well, so I was talking to Weather Witch. She joined my community, the channel on Discord, and we were talking a bit, and she said like, oh, I enjoy your music and stuff. And then I thought, well, she's a voice actor. What if I used her voice for a song? And that's how I got the idea, basically. And then I checked with her and with Geo if it's okay to do this. And Geo was like, well, if you're going to make this song, that would be like a birthday present for me. So, yes, thank you. Please make it. How often do you stream on Twitch? I only stream once a week now. Yeah, it's I could do it more, but I'm only doing it once a week, playing games once a week. I guess because I have a normal job too. It's kind of hard to. So many days I don't want to do anything after work, and even though streaming is not like that difficult as far as playing a game, I don't think I would want to do it every day. Sometimes I just want to watch a, Netflix series or something. What time is it for you now? So it's 10:55 in the morning. I live in Japan. I live in Tokyo. So that's the time. How do I get started in making music online? I'm not sure I understand your question there, but making music, you can do it in many ways. If you have a computer, you can get a free software. It's called a DAW, and you download that. If you have a Macintosh, there is GarageBand. For Windows, there is Cakewalk, and there are other softwares you can use too. And I use a free VST plugin called Magical 8-Bit Plug, and you could download that and use it for Cakewalk, for example, and make chiptune that way. I'm planning, so here's another thing that I'm planning to do. It might take some time to actually get this going. I'm planning to make a series on how to make chiptune more properly. But it might take some time to finish it or get it started even. I have too many ideas of things I want to do and not enough time. And also I'm working with other people to get these things working. So it doesn't all depend on me. But yeah. Are there any artists you regularly listen to? These days, I listen to Chun a lot. I was listening to this Korean pianist called Lee Jin Ah. I think it's pronounced Lee Jin Ah, but it's like LeeJinAh. And she's a Korean pianist, singer-songwriter, and she just makes good melodies, very nice chord progression. She has a cute voice, and I listen a lot to her music. And I mean, that's part of why maybe I'm playing more piano these days. Do you hope for Gwen Saga season 2, 3? No, that's not a 3. That's a like a heart, I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I'm cool. Whatever Gio wants to do, I think he should do it. If he feels like starting something new, then that's also cool. That's up to him, I think. So I found you via Spotify, of all places, and I love your music. I love your stuff so much. Is it possible to collab an original piece for an original animation? Yeah, sure. You can contact me on Twitter or, any place where we can talk about it in private, because I don't decide these kind of things during a stream. But you can contact me. My email, my Gmail is just robotprins, ROBOTPRINS, @gmail.com. So you can contact me there if you have a request or something you want to discuss. And I'm open to talk about anything like that. And also you could contact me on Discord. Twitter. Send me a DM on Twitter and we can talk about it there. Question 5. Dancing time? Yeah, maybe. I should have some music. Let's see. What is a good dancing music? Oh, wait. I should probably play my own music then. I should not. I was thinking I was gonna play someone else's music, but that's not a good idea. Let's play my own music. Let's see. What is a good dancing music? Oh yeah, Ike Baby is a good dancing music, I guess. Or Downside Up, maybe. Alright, let's do Downside Up. Hey guys, are you ready to dance? Okay. Very nice. I guess I can have it in the background a little bit while talking. That's cool. All right. Yes. You gotta dance sometimes, you know. Do you do that by yourself? Sometimes you just like, no, I gotta dance. Just gotta do it. And then you start dancing and vibing and life becomes a little bit more nice. Tends to be that. That was a good dance party. Very nice. It was short-lived. But I mean, you can still continue dance if you want to. Also, my question for earlier, yeah, you got the exact answer. Thank you very much. Not sure which one it was, but okay, cool. Oh, okay, I think I know which one it was. Yeah. I can do moonwalk. Very impressive. Is that upside down, I hear? Yes, except downside up. Yeah. It's called Downside Up because I made this song with Tony Lace, a cool Argentinian chiptune artist. And he lives in Argentina, I live in Japan, and it's kind of far away. So, like, instead of saying upside down, we say downside up. That's because we live far away. What would happen if you wasn't an artist? Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, what would I be doing if I like, yeah, music, whatever. Music is fine to listen to sometimes, but I'm not gonna make it. What would happen of me? So maybe something I would do, like maybe I would get into like philosophy or something like that, because I tend to like philosophical questions and ponder on stuff. My dad is like very philosophical, so maybe I would study philosophy.
The most natural sounding text to speech software.
Yeah.
I'm Joey, and I'm one of the 30 AI voices from.
Don't want to listen to that. All right. Chiptune tutorial? I'm interested. Yes, that's something I'm planning to do. I'm planning to do a chiptune tutorial, but it's going to be special, so it will take some time to make it. It's not going to be your normal chiptune tutorial. We're trying to make it a little bit more interesting, so Might take some time. Do you have any other interest hobby? Yes, I do. I love watching basketball. NBA, to be specific. Don't, if you're watching the game now, because I think it started like just when I was doing the stream, started the stream, there's the NBA finals is going on right now. And I've been watching all of the games. So I like watching basketball a lot. So it's Suns versus Bucks. And I like both teams. But I want the Suns to win. Phoenix Suns. They got great chemistry and they're playing fun basketball, so I like watching them. What are you gonna do after 2K subs? Well, I'm gonna make the video celebrating it. I've been making the song. The song is almost finished, but then I'm gonna make a video too. So later today, after I finish this stream, I'm gonna work on that. But first I'm gonna watch some basketball and then I'm gonna work on that. So probably how I'm gonna do things now is after I finish the stream, I'll order a pizza, I'll watch the basketball game, and then I'll work on the song and work on the video. That's what I'm planning to do. What was your dream before you were an artist? Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be a football player, like a soccer player, because I liked watching soccer as a kid, or playing also. But, you know, I wasn't really that good, so that died quickly. Other than that, I don't know if I had anything specific, yeah. I didn't know for a while, but then when I turned 12, it's like, yep, music, I'm gonna do music. I just knew it. It was the first time I understood, like, this is it for me. What are your favorite games based on music? Shining Force 2, Final Fantasy 7, Mega Man 5, 3, 2. What other ones do I like? I'm trying to think. Some games with nice music. I'm sure there are a lot of them, but I'm blanking now. Trixel is saying, can I recommend a game to play soon? It's called Omori. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Question 6. Are you more robot or more prince? I am half robot and half prince. My mother was a robot and my dad was a prince. And, you know. No, don't play. Skip. There you go. Yeah. Did you see the new Space Jam movie yet? No. Thanks for reminding me. I should check it out. Oh wait. Can I watch it online? I have to watch it at a movie theater? Because if I have to watch it at a movie theater, I don't even know if we can watch movies in a movie theater. What do you often do when you are not making music? I'm playing games, watching basketball. I watch some Netflix stuff. I was watching just a bunch of serious stuff this week. I watched a Netflix series called How to Become a Tyrant, and it was so fascinating. It fascinates me so much, like how societies become completely well, in one ideology that just takes control over the whole country, and how that works, like how the human psyche works. It's just, you see it over and over again, but it's just incredible how it works. And you know, you might think that you wouldn't fall for it, or you wouldn't be brainwashed or anything, but probably you would, because I don't think we as individuals are like strong. It's more like our brains can be brainwashed, and you just gotta watch out for this kind of stuff. Got a bit serious there, but yeah, sometimes I like watching that kind of stuff. Can you speak Japanese for us? Hi. It's difficult when someone says speak Japanese. It's like, what am I gonna say? 何を言ったらいいかな。ロボットプリンスは8年9年ぐらい、やってます。皆さん日本語話せますか？チップチューンアーティストは誰が一番好きですか？ロボットプリンス以外。最近は日本語はあまり話してないけど、日本人の友達と、会う時しか話さないから少しずつ下手になってる。So these days I'm not talking that much Japanese because I don't hang out with Japanese people that much, and in my company we only speak English. So my Japanese is getting worse, but I can still speak Japanese. And you know, if I watch Japanese shows or I meet Japanese people and I hear them talk, I get used to it again. How do you feel about your fan base? Yeah, my fan base is the best. Am I right? Yeah, it's nice. I think people are nice people in general. Very like respectful and interesting people, creative people. So, are you a man or a robot? Probably you don't know the truth. Well, I am half prince and half robot. I'm not sure how this works, because you know, I come from a country, Prince Land, where everyone is a prince. So we don't talk about it as, oh, you're a man or you're a woman. It's just people are princes. And then in Robot Land, everyone is a robot. So I'm half robot and half prince. It's not about gender. Probably the most nicest fandom rather than the other ones. Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed. What can I say? I was thinking of doing something, but now I forgot what it is. How do you feel about people calling you a printer? Yeah, I don't like that. Stop calling me a printer. Don't call me a printer, okay? I'm not a printer. I'm a princer. So that's what I have to say about that. How do you often do when you are not making music? I think I talked about that before. Pizza making tutorial. Dude, I could make a pizza tutorial, because actually these days I bought flour because I wanted to make pancakes, and then it's like, oh, okay, so now I have 700 grams of flour, and what should I do with this? So I was like baking almost every day something. I made bread, I made pizza. It's not proper pizza, how you make pizza dough, but I made it my own special way, and it was good. So I could make a pizza tutorial, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. By the way, I put tuna, olives, tomato, sauce, tomato sauce, What else do I put? Like onion or something like that, and cheese on that pizza, and it's delish. I'm so into olives these days. When I was a kid, I used to hate olives, but these days I love olives. Maybe I get older, my taste changes a bit. Part robot, part prince, all music. Well said. Sibenta Court 03. Welcome to Cooking with Robotprins. Yeah. I thought Robotprins was robot plus printer. Yeah, some people tend to think that. People misunderstand it maybe because I don't spell it with a C-E at the end. I spell it with an S. So that's how we spell it in Sweden. Prince is P-R-I-N-S. Do you play games? If so, what games or kind of games do you play? I play a lot of RPGs. Let's see, what games have I played recently? Well, I'll actually check my folder. That's an easy way. So I got... Oh, recently I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires 2. That's not an RPG, but I just realized how you play that game recently, and I'm not that good at it, but now I understand how to play it. I have Diablo 2, which is a lot of fun. I played Diablo 1 recently too. Disgaea 5, Disgaea 2, that's a fun series. Last year I played Grandia, it's an old PS1 RPG. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, that's another great like strategy. It has some RPG elements, but it's like a strategy tactic game. What else? I just got Plants vs Zombies. That's a pretty fun game, but it's not a like that serious game. Shovel Knight, that's a great game. Star Renegades. Have you played this game? It's a pretty awesome game. I love that game. It's a roguelike game, and yeah, it's tactical RPG, I guess. It's really cool. It's when you clear it, I've only cleared it one time, but it's like it feels really nice because it's kind of difficult, and it depends a lot on luck. Ooh, Stardew Valley. That game was a lot of fun. A very chill game to play. Terraria, Undertale. Those are the games I have on my computer now. Yeah. I was thinking of maybe playing Final Fantasy 13 too. Oh, and on my stream on Wednesday, I'm gonna start playing what's it called? Chrono Trigger. I played it once in the past, but I don't remember that much how the game is. Just it's got nice music and it's a good game, but I'm gonna play it again. So it's a fun game, I think. Dude, you need to try Earthbound. I did try it. I started playing it once, but then I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think I should have been a child when I was playing it. Have you heard of Everhood? Nope. Is that a game? Did you hear of the Binding of Isaac? I always think of it as an RPG for some reason. Binding of Isaac. Nope. I don't know this game either. Oh, yeah, Mr. Prince. I showed my family your picture with the Mr. Game and watch guitar, and they were like, whoa, that's cool. Hey, gather the whole family and watch Robotprins play the guitar or piano or whatever the video was. It's a family event. I have a bad feeling about this, and I have a dream that I see a lot of people, they're making a Gwen Saga movie with live action or something. Huh. I wonder what that would look like. Rhythm games, I have not been playing many of those. I don't think I'm that good at those games. Even though I'm a musician, it's weird, right? I should be good at those games. I guess, like rhythm games, what throws me off is that the timing seems to be a little bit different than the music. Or, like, you need to be a little bit slower than what the music is. Or something. I'm not sure. So it's hard for me to time it correctly. Or it depends on the game, maybe. Have you ever heard of any Nintendo titles recently or popular ones? But if so, recommended playing those if you own a Switch. I don't have Switch, so I'm not that into the most recent Nintendo games. I'm sure there are a lot of good titles, but I am not that familiar with them. You can try Terraria. I'm playing Terraria a lot, so I've played it a lot, and I'm actually playing it now. Alright. Should I play piano or something, maybe? Would you fight 10 Geos or 50 Amy's? I would probably fight 10 Geos because I don't want to fight Amy. Also, she can stun me and then the fight is over, you know. So it would all be about evading the whole time. Alright, let's see here. Oops. Sorry. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Maybe I can a bit like this a little bit. Oh. Oh, okay, wait. So I wonder if this will work. What will happen? Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. I'll just play something. I've been just practicing these same chords a lot these days, but so what I'll play now will be probably similar to what I played last time. But that's all I've been playing recently, that's why. No one said piano time, but I thought there wasn't that many questions, and I've been talking for a long time, so let's switch it up and just do some piano. All right. So, yeah. Do you know how to play swing on the piano? I don't actually know that much about jazz, but I mean, I listen to jazz pianists a lot. I listen a lot to Bill Evans, for example, who I think is wonderful. Thank you guys very much. So I can't play any songs that you request. Sorry, because I don't know them. But I these days I've sort of understood something about jazz that I didn't quite get before, and now I'm just exploring it a lot. Let's see. I think I missed some questions or something, comments here. So, piano time, baby. Perfect time on needle. Piano time. I swear if I hear someone say to play Megalovania. Actually, I don't really know that song because I have heard it, but I don't remember it even, how it goes. So, I can't play it. Dude, that's so chill. Damn, what a vibe. Did this last time. Well, so I'm playing the same chord progression, but it's different every time because I'm just improvising. You haven't lived life to your fullest if you haven't been to piano time. Ah, that's sweet. Going Saga the end. Robot jazz, very cool. I couldn't say it better, Needle. Ah, yes. That was funky. Just got here and I love it. Thank you. Is it just improvising or is this an actual song? So it's both, I think. So actually, I can show you something interesting here on the piano. First, I'll play the chord progression, the basic chord progression, and then I'll show you what I do with it to make it into what it became now. Because you think like, oh, there's so much going on, but actually the basic chord structure is very simple. And then I just play around with it. But okay, so this is the basic thing that I'm playing. Need to have this one on. So that's basically the base of the chord progression, and then you can add things to it. So I could play the exact same thing, but just add like sevenths and nines, and then it sounds jazzier. So if I play, for example, so that's just playing the same chord progression but adding a few extra notes. But the thing that I've been practicing a lot lately is add one chord before each of these chords. And that's when it starts to sound really jazzy. So, you know. this chord. So, and I realized you can do that for every minor chord in this chord progression, and then it just sounds good every time. So, yeah, that's sort of how I got to playing this song this way. Just testing, have a simple basic chord structure, then add a few things to the bass, and then add chords in between. And then another thing you can also do is change the quality of the original chords. So even though it's supposed to be a like major chord, you can change it to minor. For example, the first chord is like just a normal major seventh, but you can do it a major minor or minor major seven chord, and it sounds really spooky and nice. Anyway, maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe. So I'm not really a pianist, so I haven't had any training. I haven't learned how to play piano by a teacher, so I can't play classical piano, and I don't know that many songs really. I could figure songs out because I have a good ear, but I haven't practiced many songs. Maybe if I practice classical piano, I could learn something, but I'm not that good at that kind of stuff. For me, the piano is like, it's the way I can look at music harmonically. I can look at like chords and how the melody and the bass or chords, how they are connected. But as far as playing the piano, I don't know many songs to play. What key is this in? This is in F major. So So, I mean, if you want to try to learn to play something like this, you can play the F major scale over all of these chords. It sounds good with all of these chords, but if you change some of the chords, the thing about jazz is it's all about what do you choose to make one chord sound like, because you can change every chord to have a different sound. If you play it normally, you would just play the F major scale, but if you change the quality of the chord, then the scale also changes. So for example, if I change the first chord to F minor major 7, the chord becomes very different. Or it's not F, it's B flat. Sorry. So normally I would play it like this. But if you change it to F minor with major 7, the scale becomes different. So like you can do that kind of stuff for each chord, and you will it will still sound like you are in F major, like kind of, but you're going in and out of F major. Like as long as you get back to F major, you can do any kind of interesting chord changes like that, and make it sound interesting. All right, so question: what kind of warrior would you want to be? A samurai, a knight, or a Viking? I'm a Viking. But samurai is maybe cooler, actually. Samurai is cooler. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I think I'd be a samurai. Because Vikings are just like... Samurai looks cooler, I think, with sword. I can be a hero even if I'm a samurai, I think. So I don't know. Sorry, asks. Also, have you heard Hideki Naganuma's music? Maybe. What game does he make music for? I'm guessing that it's a game. He made music for games. Yeah, it's too bad I don't remember all the names of the game music creators. What's your opinion on Vocaloid? I don't like Vocaloid that much. The only way I personally would use Vocaloid, I think, would be as background vocals, or as like something, sort of something I'm making now with the Amy song. Something like that, I could see myself use it. But I've never used it. I'm not a big fan of how it sounds. Yeah. So, yeah, Vocaloid songs just tend to... It's strange because I like songs that sounds the way you use a normal voice and make it sound a little bit Vocaloidy, but when it's Vocaloid, I tend to not like how it sounds. It's small details like that can sometimes seem strange. Like I would, even though I like one thing, I don't like something that is similar to it. I love Perfume and Capsule. If you know Nakata Yasutaka, he is Japanese, like what do you say, like dance music or club music. He's a DJ, but he's a composer, and his music is really cool. But he never does Vocaloid. It's always a human's voice that he makes sound robotic in some way. Wait, have you a pocket pet? Ah, yes. It's my pet. This is my pet, I guess. I don't think of him as a pet though. He's Robot Pudding. So Robot Pudding is, when I went to Undman's castle, I was going to defeat Undman to seek revenge. He killed my parents. I went to his castle, and in his castle, I found this dude here, Robot Pudding, in one of the trash cans. So he was all smiley and happy. So I was like, this guy needs a home. He can't be here in this trash can. I got to take him out of here. So he became my sidekick. He's a cool guy. Aren't you? Yeah, he's a bit shy today. Yeah. I think during live streams he just becomes completely shy, doesn't say a thing. But you should see him when I'm not streaming. He can't stop talking, it seems like. He doesn't really say words though. It's just like bloop 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 bloop. Question 9. Are you real? That is a good question. Probably, I guess. It could all be your imagination though. This whole thing could be a dream. Nintendo actually made a Mario burger, right? No idea. All right, guys. Maybe it's about time we finish the stream. It's been a lot of fun talking. I don't know how to say fun. Apparently, I say fine when I say fun. But yeah, okay. Let's. I think we've covered most of the stuff. If you thought this was fun, we can do this again sometime. But for today, I think, yeah, it's nice to finish here. No! Aww. Well, it was a good Q&A. Yeah, it was fun. It's nice. Sometimes I'm just alone in my apartment and I don't talk a lot because I don't talk to myself. So it's nice just be talking for a longer time. Now I've talked enough for today. Now I'll just be silent the rest of the day. It was a great Q&A. Thanks, guys. It was all because of you. You deserve more. Question 10. You deserve more fan art. Great question. Great stream, Mr. Prince. Great commenting, Mr. Red. That's what I have to say to you. And yeah, thanks you guys for being here and talking to me. Last question. Do you plan to get a pet? No. Maybe I'll get a plant. Does that count? It's kind of like a pet. I have to like water it and stuff. That would be nice to have a plant. So that's as far as I'll go. Thank you. This was nice. This was chill stream. Can't wait to join the next one. Last time I asked a question, it took 9 minutes. Yep. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm not sure what I will be doing next Sunday. Let me think about that. Maybe actually, if I, because I'm working on the Amy song right now, if I'm not finished with it, maybe I won't start a new song yet. But probably I will start a new song the next stream. We'll see. Remember, you are a real artist. Okay, I'll remember that and I'll live like a real artist from here on. All right. Yes, and again, shout out to Chara for helping me out with the thumbnail. It was awesome. It was a great job by you. I'd love you to make thumbnails for me again in the future. Great job. Okay. See you guys. Bye. Have a nice week and day.